Hi Jane,
Oh, hello, Stacey. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, looking forward to another batch of interesting questions.
Very good. We've got three this week.
Good.
Our first one is from Michelle Lightowler, who says, which of your products would you recommend for an ex-racehorse that's had ulcers? I already have him on Simple Balance Plus.
Right. Well, she's made a good start with the Simple Balance Plus. Well done, Michelle. When horses have had ulcers, we want to try and keep off any feeds that are particularly sugary or starchy because these create extra acid in the stomach. And that obviously is going to make ulcers more likely again. So foods that actively help to buffer the acid all through the gut, because often with stomach ulcers, they have home gut ulcers as well. And the best forage to do that is actually lucerne. The protein in it buffers acid and it's got a high calcium content, which also helps to neutralize acids. So for his chop or chaff, there's nothing better than the build and shine. And you can have a good scoop of that directly before he's ridden as well. We call that target feeding because you're aiming the food at the work, and that will help to line and protect his stomach. And then if his ulcers are still quite active at the moment, the soaked Lucy nuts are good. And the thoroughbreds also do well on the soaked blue bag grass pellets. And for the ulcer horses, soaking is additionally important because you're creating extra volume, and that extra volume helps further to dilute the stomach acid. So, and it aids digestion as well. So with the ulcered horses, we try and avoid them going as long as 2 hours without eating and feed them directly before we work them. And Michelle's made a good start already. Horses are all individuals, and I think I have it in mind that I've already had a little chat with Michelle. So her horse's specific requirements have been covered.
Perfect. Thank you, Jane. And our second question is from Vicky Howard, who says, I have a 23-year-old gelding struggling with his weight, but who also has facial nerve damage
All
affecting his
right.
lips and nostril on one side.
Yeah, yeah. That's an unusual problem. Poor little horse. Um, horses use their lips to gather their food before they actually chew it. So bearing in mind his age at 23 and that at some point his teeth are going to start letting him down, my suggestion would be that we go for soaked food that he can eat easily and he can just pick it up with his teeth. He doesn't need to use his lips particularly to pick it up, and that will make life a little bit easier for him. So soaked forages, and he can have as much of that as he needs to keep his condition good. So any of the forages, Lucy nuts, I'm always keen on Lucy nuts, blue bag grass pellets, and of course balancer to just top him up on essential nutrients. The Simple Balance Plus is the more palatable one. So
Perfect.
that would be my suggestion. Make it easy for him. He's got enough problems already, poor boy.
Oh, I know, bless him.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Well,
Jane.
good on his owner for sticking with him and not discarding him.
Okay, and our final question today is from Hannah, who says, I have a young horse that I'm struggling to put weight on. We have very limited grazing, so I'm looking for a grass replacer. He is fussy.
Right. I think this is a good candidate for our Perform & Shine, which is a really palatable grass chop. It's made from timothy grass and cocksfoot grasses. When I was doing the trials on this, even my fussy horses would eat this, and with worm dose in it as well. So I don't think there's anything that's more palatable than if you can sneak worm dose into it.
Absolutely.
And it's very nutritious. It's got a light coating of linseed oil on it, fresh cold pressed linseed oil. So it's a really good feed to top up any horse that needs a bit more condition and particularly is missing the grass. So broodmares, young horses, horses that are working hard, they will all benefit from this. And you can use it just to extend the existing feed, so scoop also in with the existing feed, or you can actually use it as partial hay replacers. So if they're, say, for instance, out at night and coming in during the day, they can have a big tub of that in the stable just to pick and browse on. More nutritious than hay. And I think a lot of people are having trouble with supplies of hay at the moment because the last year's crop is more or less run out, and next year's crop is either not in or it's not ready to feed because it's still too new. So I think the Performance Shine is going to be a really useful product in the next couple of months.
Thank you, Jane. And that's all of our questions for today.
Good. Oh, well, I'll look forward to next week's questions. So if anyone has anything they would like addressed in this session, do send your questions in and Stacey and I will answer them for you.
Well, I'll ask them, you'll answer them.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jane. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And you, Stacey. All the best.
Bye.
Bye.